For some more positivity, Himalayan sage, because this purifies your aura. Because you see, you being the chosen, and the demons surround you wherever you go. Because the energy vampires, they find themselves so empty and whole, and all that they want from you is they want to suck in your light and try and take away your skills. They want to take away your all of the greatness that you possess. But what these ugly fucking energy vampires, who of course they look so ugly, they are so pathetic, and it's funny because the moment you step out and these demons come out, and the more they laugh at you, it's just a direct sign of them being so jealous of you. So when that happens to me, I act like they're these dumb, sick, mentally upset people, but I still pray to God to give them some sanity. Because I know that they have just given up on themselves. Because I know when people speak to you and they try and talk nice to you, hey, how are you? How's the day been? Hope you're having fun. And they don't really mean that, do they? And the funny thing is, they think that by them sugar talking you, by them sugarcoating you, you're going to get fooled into their fakeness. It's quite funny. So anyhow, I act like, okay, I sign up to your game, but I don't play that stupid game. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to bond with those dumb people who do not have the courage to be a true friend to the truth. Because these are cowards. They have made their whole lives, their empires, so-called, on the basis of lies. And that's why they know what they have built is shit. And that's why they are jealous of you. Because what they got was not through achievement, was not through true skill, was not through real labor, but was by playing gimmicks, by playing toxic games, by bending down in front of people in power and selling their soul to the devil. And that's why when they see somebody so real, who has got far less materially than them, but they see the power in your spirit and they know that through that power of spirit, you have the power to build a real damn empire. And that's why they are so jealous of you. That's why all these ugly hoes come around you. These ugly men, women, and even children. Because they are the children of snake. And what they are is who their parents are, is what their society teaches them. That's what the culture is. Your job is not to change them. Your job is to be absolutely unshaken in who you are. They want to make you blind like them. They want to make you weak, fat, ugly, crippled like them. A person is not sick just without a reason. They are sick because of a sick soul. Because they sold their soul to the devil. And again, it's not about the color of your skin. It's not about you're a black, you're a brown, you're a white or a yellow, or you're an orange, or you're a purple, or you're a pink. It's about your vibe. Are you with the godly energies? Are you in the Christ consciousness? Or are you working with the devil? Just because you're born in the West doesn't mean that you are born in Christ consciousness. And just because you're born in the East doesn't mean you are a Buddha. There are demons out there in the West, and there are demons out there in the East. So what are you? I was going by on my bicycle to this park where there's a beautiful river. And I just got there because I love to see the river. And there's a small van cafe where I take cappuccino and a brown almond brownie. Because that gives me joy. Sitting by the river, having a nice cappuccino or a nice mocha. Sitting under the tree, hugging a tree, going on my lovely bicycle where I can feel the free wind, where I can just be myself. And anyway, I'm myself all the time, 24 hours. That's who I am. But then I see these snakes, these ugly girls who just laugh in jealousy, in failure. And it's a shame how people just want to be jealous of somebody else who's zillion times better than them. And every time these dumb people laugh at you, you should just take that as a clap on your shoulder. When you see ugly men laughing at you, that's because they are so pathetic in who they are. They do not even know how to be a real man. And because you, the chosen, you have all of the traits of the divine, of the great lords. They fear your truth, courage, and masculinity. You're far more divine than these demonic, ugly ass fucking demons out there. And that's why the demon comes for you. You're called upon to act in courage, be absolutely unshaken, and do not fear the confrontation. Because these demons, they come out to break your soul. But what they get back is shock and awe. They are shocked by the beauty that you have, by the power that you have, by how intelligent, beautiful, gorgeous, and drop dead gorgeous that you are. And they feel so fucking jealous and insecure about you that all they can do is laugh at you because they cannot have you. And the reason is you're way too high for them. And they live low in the gutters. People of the gutter. Somebody who has got low consciousness lives in gutter, despite they might be living in a big brick and mortar house. Doesn't matter. These are the people from the gutter. And you might be living in a small house, but because you have chosen to live by the Christ consciousness, you have chosen to live by the divinity, by like how the gods live, you're the true divine. You are the real king. You, my friend, you're the real queen. Because you believe in working on yourself. You believe in working through truth and honesty, whereas these dumb, stupid people, they just want to get by by some stupid, mean ways, by parting with the devil, by licking their shoe soles. Have you ever noticed how come people, they know who you are, but they just want to laugh about you? Whereas there's somebody else who has got no nothing at all, but they just talk and blabber and yap. And everybody is just pretending like, yeah, they are the one. And they got it all sorted. There's a truth behind that. And the truth is that if you're somebody who's walking a life in truth, and everybody knows that you're the king, but you will be intentionally put down by the society. You'd be intentionally put like, you do not exist. They would intentionally want to laugh at you and say like, no, you're not that. Whereas they are going to avoid somebody who's far too dumb. And the reason is because they chose conformity. Because they chose to sell their soul. Because they believed in validation. And you, because you're intelligent, they will say, this is not allowed. You cannot be intelligent in a dumb-ass society like ours. So you better play out dumb so that you could have your share. And if you don't, well, the price you have to pay is social inacceptance, social hate. And all of the great leaders, scientists, musicians, historians, philosophers in the history, they had to go through that. Marcus Aurelius, Diogenes, all of these phenomenal beings, they were always outcast, and these were always the lone wolves. So if you, my friend, are the lone wolf, and you don't give a fuck about this ugly ass world that we live in, welcome to the chosen family. You're the 144,000. And you're chosen by the God so that your job is not to be in a rat race like these slaves. And literally, everybody around you is a slave because they believe that living like a rat is going to get me better off. And that's what they're teaching their children. And that's why you see these ugly people all around you living in fear, living in cowardice. The only time these people get their courage is when they have to laugh at others because they do not have their own soul. And it's such a shame of how the next generation is being raised in cowardice, in dumbness. The constant urge is to make you blind so that you cannot think for yourself, you cannot see for yourself. And anyway, AI is going to do everything. So what are you supposed to do? And the entire competition of technology is that they want to take away your soul. You should not think for yourself. A technology, AI would do everything for you. AI would do the thinking for you. AI would do the working for you. You need not have your own freedom. Technology is a good thing, but it depends on who is it the one that is using it. Are you using it to create war, to destroy, to spread hate? Or are you using AI for a better world? You've been lied to with comfort being your best friend. So you want to just enjoy with comforts. Give me this, give me that. Because if I don't keep on feeding myself, I feel that I'm so hungry. There's that infinite amount of hunger in you that never gets satiated, no matter what you do, no matter what you consume. Big house, big car, big travels, big companies, big empires, no matter what you do, you feel that emptiness inside of you. Because what truly a human is seeking is a real human connection, which you do not get. But you look at the hate of the world, that is very real. To show their hate, people would go any level to show how ugly they are. But to show love, nobody's going to show you that. So people think, well, if I have more money, if I have more power, maybe if I make that business, people would love me. And that's the reason. This is the true reason why people go on hustling, because they are craving for a connection. And soon enough, you do find that there are people, there are your employees who work under you only for money. They don't love you. They don't love your vision. They have got no connection with you. Tomorrow they get another employer which pays them more. They're going to leave you. So what you started your business at the grounds of finding real connection and your people, that's not even true. And then even the family that you make, your so-called family of blood, that is another lie. Soon enough, the child grows and family grows and they all tend to have their own directions. And then your child runs the same cycle how you ran. They feel deprived of love. They feel devoid of any sort of a real connection. And that's how you keep on passing your trauma from ancestors to ancestor, going way back in the history. And that's why if you feel that you are feeling so much emotionally drained, you feel the burden on your shoulder, that's because of your ancestral trauma, of the traumas that your grandfathers went through. And even before them, grandfathers, and all the way back. Trauma that your father went through, but he wouldn't tell you. Because a man is raised in a world like you're not supposed to tell your problem to your children. So they pretend like I'm the caretaker and I do it all for you. But do you? We live in a world there is no connection between the father and son. They only get to meet each other on a Father's Day or have a very shallow level talk or give you this, hey, how are you? Nice, okay. But there's no true, no real connection. Because a man is raised in a world that they are never supposed to cry because you're the man. And pretty much the same for women as well. You see all these boss women these days, and women who act like, I'm the man. I know it all. I better know it all because I don't have anybody else who would say, I'm there for you. So they tend to be like, I'm the man. Because the world is designed in a way where this yin yang energy, there's so much improper balance of the feminine energy. The feminine is taken as weak. So you force the women to be like a man, and you look at the society in the West, in the East too, because East is very much catching up with the West. Because Easterners feel, Asians feel especially that, oh, West is, look at the West, look at the women there, they are so strong. They are so much self-dependent. So let me also try and be like them. So even same thing people are doing in the East as well, where there's no feminism left anymore. Every female is trying to be like a man. And you look that in the dressing up as well. And even in schools, there was this conversation about the dressing up. So what the government did in India was, okay, so if we want to equalize the gender distinction between boys and girls, so let us give even the girl school children the same dress code as boys. And everybody started wearing a shirt and pant. But the boys were not told to wear skirt and shirt. So everybody, let's make it uniform and everybody wears shirt pant. And this is not to say that, okay, we are just trying to do the gender equality and forget about gender equality, because typically a man's energy is always much, much stronger than a female's because the two bodies are different. But because the men they started misusing the power over women, and they started acting like, oh, you are weaker than me, so let me exploit you. So let me pay you lower wages and let me give you some meaningless work. And that's why then the feminine started to look at this inequality, and then they said, okay, let me be now come into your zone. And that's why when the technology came and all of the jobs started getting equally distributed throughout the world, because before the technology and the industrial revolution came, there were all of these physical labor jobs which were taken up by men, because naturally a man is much stronger than a woman. So from the industrial revolution onwards, when the machines started doing all of the difficult physical labor that a man would do, and when the technology came in, then we started saying, okay, now we shall have equality and women would get the same pay as a man. But that's not even true, because there is still a lot of difference, and that is never going to get away, actually, no matter which part of the world you live in the East or in the West. It's always going to be this way. And the problem is not with people trying to make this inequality. Problem is about the lack of balance in the yin and yang. The true feminism has got a lot of strength and power, like the goddess, like this goddess Tara, like the goddess Durga, like Mary. And the true feminine has a lot of energy, the Shakti. Without this Shakti, there cannot be any creation in the universe. But the society took it all the other way, and now we are not fighting male versus female. We are even fighting amongst females, like demonic females versus divinely females. The demonic females are asuras, demons. And they have always hated the godly females, the goddesses, because they are jealous of how could you be so divine? How could you have those things, what I lack? How could you be so beautiful? I'm so ugly. And in order to cover that, they go and put on of an artificial layer of who they are not. Because it's terrifying to be themselves, to show up in their true essence of who they are. And it's miserable to look at the school boys and girls of how much toxic and hatred they're just learning from such a young age. Living in a generation, being raised in a generation like this in 2025, where people are not talking to each other for anything that would actually be about some good growth consciousness, about something which is going to make your world a beautiful place, but it's all about competition, but it's all about rat race, it's all about gossip. So I was walking down the street yesterday and I saw some girls and having a pathetic, ridiculous conversation, laughing at someone in the most perverted way. And that just gave me a sneak peek into their entire life. These people, they have got nothing to do with real study. They are just studying to get by because they've been kicked by their family that go to school and they're not respected in their own family. They're not respected in the school either. They're treated like rats. Such people have got no vision because nobody cares about them. You are just a number. Living blinded, going just with the others, doing what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is laughing at someone, let me join you because I'm a rat just like you. Fucking dumb people. People have got no intelligence of how to create something on your own. And all they do is, because that's how they are raised in their family, in their school, because they could not create, they want to laugh at somebody else who is much sharper, brilliant than them. Because they do not have the courage to stand on their own two toes. They laugh at somebody who has the courage to have their voice, to have their say. And that's why you find all these dumb people in groups always. Because that's what they see in their family. Mindlessly talking and consuming. Staying dumb, staying low. Because that's what their father and mother teach them. Stay dumb. Like us. Like how we have lived an entire life of suffering, and so is it for you. They do not love their children. They want their child to do better than others just because there's a competition. They do not want their own children to be free. They want them pretty much changed just like how they are. And that's why when I see these dumb people, all of them just living like how everybody else is doing, eating what everyone else eats, talking what everybody else talks, gossiping just like everyone else, laughing because they do not have a real sense of humor. Because for real humor, you need intelligence, and these people are dumb. So their only laughter is when they have to laugh at somebody else who they are copying, who they are learning, but they are so fucking spineless, so fucking spineless that they laugh at you while they be copying you, studying you 24 hours. And they think that You care for validation? Chances are, if you are walking the right path, there would be nobody with you. And that's why these people will laugh at you and say, see, nobody is there, and you are just in this vision. You just got this mission going on for yourself. Like Diogenes, he shit in the public, in open, because he didn't care about the society. And he could see through the bullshit of the society, of how lames clap for each other, of how a liar says, wow, you're the most awesome person. You're fabulous. Like how if you're weak and you're dumb and you're stupid, society is going to clap for you and give you a crown because you're a dumb ass. You're a donkey. And if you're intelligent, you're sharp, you'd be left as an outcast. So just be careful before you want to wear the crown from the dumb masses. As long as you act dumb, society will give you lots. Have this, have that. Because they want you to be in this mindset that you need their validation. So I wanted to read about this point from Marcus Aurelius. And sometimes you have to let go because sometimes you would need to go through the setbacks. It's not that if you're on this path of truth, you're always going to win and you're always going to be on the yes side. Sometimes you would be beaten down. In fact, many times you would be beaten down by the liars, by the cheats in society. So the point is not to make you passive. The point is not to make you weak. The point is not to make you quit. No one would look at the life of Marcus Aurelius, an emperor and a warrior, or Epictetus, who came out of the other side of slavery and torture and tyranny, or Zeno, who bounced back after shipwreck to find a philosophy that changed the world. And they think weak or passive? These Stoics, whose life you can read about, along with other Stoics who fought and endured the build things, were definitely not quitters. So they had to let go at times, but they were not quitters. And you know what they did have to do? Something that many of us remain quite bad at. They had to learn how to let go. Zeno had to let go of his old life to step into his new one. Epictetus had to learn how to accept what was in his control and what wasn't. He had to let go of hope and fairness so that he might fight for many years simply to survive. Marcus Aurelius had to let go far more than any person should have of people he loved, of his dreams for how his reign was supposed to go, of his very natural desire to be liked or loved. He could not let the grief win. No one much cared for how he would have liked for things to do. No one much cares for the feelings of a public person when they criticize or attack them. So know that this is a spiritual war. This is a real war. It's you versus the blind masses. And because it's a war and it's open, they want you to forget that by trying to stay quiet around you, but then attacking you the moment you step out, throwing stones at you and then hiding their hands. The same snakes who would be talking and laughing behind you, on your face, they would talk like, oh, hi, nice to meet you, have a great day, attack you and then say sorry, because these are the cowards. This is a spiritual warfare time. And you need to stay woke. Because these dumb people, they do all this drama and then they suddenly act like nothing happened. As if you're fucking dumb like them. These are the ones who actually need to drink and stay miserable with alcohol. Because these are the dumb people who do not want to look at the misery of their lives. And all they do is they just got to drink and stay high on drugs and cocaine. But you stay high too, but you're not high on stuffs. You high on the spirit of God. You're high on the spirit of life. Because you love life. You love Christ. You're high in Christ consciousness. You're high in Buddha consciousness. You're high in Lord Krishna consciousness. You're not dumb and retarded like them who stay high on drugs and cocaine and alcohol. Society wants you dumb. That's why all these things are sold at a very cheap price. And the good healthy foods, those are sold at a very high price. That's for the reason, right? The good organic foods, natural vegan food, all of that is a lot of money you have to spend. But to stay down, to stay of low consciousness, you get it at a cheap price. That's for the reason, because society wants you dumb. Society wants to control you. And they hate people like me. They hate people who tell the truth, who are bold, fearless, who make their moves bold, aloud, alone. Because they know that we are the true leaders. And the intention is not that you want to control others. Intention is that you live your life out of truth and let those who have eyes, they see and they learn. You tell the words of wisdom. You tell every single word you say is of gem. And let somebody who has ear give it a listen. And you need not worry about the swines. Because garbage shit people would anyway be jealous of you and target you for no fucking reason. Their life is going to be in misery this life, and the next life they're going to be born in lower realms as animals and worms. Because they just believe that life is all about acquiring and hoarding money and power by attacking others as if there is no cause and effect, as if there is no karma. Karma is there to get everybody. They think that they can fool you around with cheap ways of the games of life that they play. Karma is the divine justice, and that's why I have this balance. You get what you reap what you sow. So just be good and keep your acts and deeds clean. Not because you are scared of suffering, and of course, this is a fact, you don't want to suffer. And there is a lot of suffering if you don't act right. You would be beaten down. You would be beaten down by life. People who think they can just get away by control and manipulation, wait till they fail miserably. Till life fails them, they get weak and sick. And so does happen to their children. And then they say, oh, why did this happen to me? I was so good, I was so rich, I made this and that. All of that, the deeds that you did was an incorrect way, by lying, stealing, manipulating, by cheating others, by not paying others their amount, by tracking and getting contracts from others that was meant for somebody else. But you played that dirty game and then karma plays you. There's no way that you can get out of this natural law. And this is what Lao Tzu said. The swing to the right of the pendulum is the swing to the left. The more screwer and mean you get, thinking, the more demonic I am, see, I'm getting this and that good stuffs. Because I'm playing it cheap. If I was nice, I would have to suffer like you. I wouldn't get stuffs. So take it. Life gives you all of that. And then to the other side of it is an equivalent amount of suffering. Suffer that. This is the law of nature, and nothing is above nature. People think that nobody's checking on them. Nobody is actually watching them while they act like a mean beast. While they be attacking on others' security, on others' image, while they be talking lies about others until worse starts happening to them. Cause and effect. As you sow is what you reap. So don't you have to worry about the justice. Evil people are going to get punished in this lifetime and the next. Because they traded their soul. Because they chose to be and talking lies with the other liars. They must pay for this sin that they signed up for. They've got to pay for that. And you must do good. You must do good, even though that seems difficult thing to do. Force yourself to be consistent. Force yourself to do that. Force yourself to do that work. Because this is the battle of you against yourself. You are fighting your own inner demons and the external demons. And the external demons are a manifestation of your own inner world. So when you slay the demon inside yourself, when you kill your own procrastination, when you kill your own laziness, when you kill your own demons inside you, your own demon that forces you to eat while you're not hungry, and don't you feel that you have been just taken by that energy? Like that happens to me. I'm not hungry, but there's some random energy in me that just makes me go to the drawer and get that biscuit. Even though I'm full, I'm completely full. I don't want to eat. I feel that I'm just pushed. And that is not me. Don't you feel there's that strange demon that's inside you that stops you every time you want to do something right? That says, okay, it's okay, let's just sleep a little longer. Let's just do this little more. It's okay, let's just enjoy. Why should I be working non-stop 24 hours? Why should life be such a war? Though life is a war, life is a battle. Anybody who told you that life is a cake and you are here just to eat is a liar. Don't believe them. So just be about it. Be you. And choose to stay good despite the demons trying to make you ugly and hateful like them. Don't be like them. You're the master. You're here on the planet to change the vibration. These demons got to learn from you. They need to change themselves to be loving, kind, and compassionate. You're the bodhisattva. And they need to learn from you. See, when Buddha got enlightened and he was surrounded by demons, he did not become like the other demons just to play safe. He went completely deep into the death. And from that point of death, he traced back to all of his millions and trillions of lifetimes that he was born. So naturally, somebody who's a god, Buddha himself, why would he want to be like the demons? So demons had to learn from Buddha. And they did. When the dacoit, Daku Unglimal, he came around, who he was so angry and infuriated, and he just wanted to kill people and cut their fingers and wear a garland of the cut fingers of all these people, because he hated people, because they all were breeding hate onto each other. So when he met Buddha, people told him, to Buddha, that you should run away and hide yourself, because this demon will come and he just wants to kill people. And even if you're a saint, he wants to kill you. But when Unglimal met Buddha, he got reformed. And he himself became an enlightened one. He became a saint. So you, the chosen, you're the Bodhisattva. You carry the light of truth, beauty, resilience, and compassion. And you're the warrior of light. That means when the time comes to fight the demons, you're going to slay them. And when the time comes to emit by your peace, you will do that. And your birth is on the planet to reform the world. You're not here to play like the other rats, being in a rat race. That's not what you are here for. The more they try to breed fear onto this world and society, the brighter your light shines. More fearless you become, more compassionate you become, more bold, more powerful, more strong you become. Because you are the true God. You are the true goddesses. You are the real Bodhisattva. And here, to reform the energies, to bring about a balance in the yin-yang. So don't fear these demons. Confront them. Stay bold. And stay at your center. Many times, the demons just run away because they are so scared of your power. They come together in groups, laugh and talk shit behind, but watch that, it's all behind you. And after a while, they dismantle because they cannot face the laser focus attention that you have on your task. Every task that you do is utmost beauty and grace. And they're always in shock. How could you be so perfect? Because it's not about you, it's the Bodhisattva in you that works. It's the Buddha in you that is in action, in grace, all the time. It's not about you, it's about the divine. So, stay high in Christ consciousness, stay high in Krishna consciousness, stay high in the godly energies, and slay the demons. Bye.